everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video we are actually going to do some grain drying. So we just put on a trailer. We have pretty much is a lot of toing and froing and loading and unloading now to actually do what we want to do. It's not straightforward, but it just is what it is for this year, as it's just an entirely temporary setup. So we have our trifus, whatever you want to call it, trailer on with cover in case it rains. And now we have to load this out of the grain shed, then back it into the grain jar, then unload it into the grain jar, and then fill the other trailers so that we can make space to unload the grain jar and shove the dry grain into the back of the shed without mixing it with the wet grain at the front of the shed. Yes, complicated, convoluted, but we get it done all the same. Next year, all going to plan, it'll be out the back of that shed, and there'll be mass concrete walls and a whole lot of things out there if we can do everything we intend on doing. But sure, look, we won't know till we see what the beef price is come January, and that'll be the deciding factor of a lot of things. But anyways, we go get ourselves organised, and yeah, we get filling this trailer. Oh yes, and the grain dryer, obviously we're going drying grain now. The grain dryer has been hooked up. We had a lad come down from the north that specialises in servicing and setting up grain dryers, and he come down and got us up and running. So this is the first bit of actual grain we're going to be drying. So far he just got all the gas all hooked up, ran it, made sure it was running, and yeah, we're ready to go now. So it's organised and we get a trailer full. So Father Phil is getting the grain dryer all geared up. You have to put the cover on the front of it, don't you? Yeah. And just making sure all's good. So just, I know it's not an ideal situation having tractor in the shed and that, but just to be prepared, we have a water supply coming out of the wall there. We also have the Bowser here. Troy is just finishing power washing the slatted shed. We're going to leave the Bowser and power washer there, just in case things get a little bit too hot. But hopefully all goes fine. So this is the other side of the grain dryer, and as you can see, we've had two towers running to try and cool down the grain, which has worked. The grain is cool, but it needs to be dried now. So we have to clear everything kind of from there, that side, into trailers and into the dryer, so that we can unload the dryer and then push that to the back without trying to mix with stuff on this side, which we then load and put in and dry and push back. And when we get all this done here, might be 40-50 ton here. There's another 40-50 ton to be brought back from the out farm to go through the dryer into the pile. Yeah, it's not ideal, but it's just what it is for this year. That's just how it is for this year. Next year, hopefully, fingers crossed, it's a better setup. We'll make do with what we have. And before we even get really going, it's raining. And because of how we have to do this, we can't load grain in the wet. So now we wait. So that's the inlet, brings it into the center, shoots it out at the top. And that's it running there now. So we just have to wait for the load of barley. It's sowing up to fill. It's very quick empty. We have to wait for all that to get in here and fill it up. And once we have it full, then we fire her up, and then it gets really, really noisy. We're like very, very noisy from that point onwards. We have a fan put into the shed, which is keeping all the dust and all the debris blown out of the shed. So it is quite strong. It's actually quite nice to stand here because it is literally just firing everything out. So we went outside the shed. I'm pretty sure you'd see all the dust coming out the far side. So it's going to take it a couple of minutes now to run in. So you can see, standing this side of the shed, we can see all the dust being blown out. So that's why we put that fan in. So I'm going to get some face masks and nose or ear protectors, because once this gets lit, she is incredibly noisy. I'll do some voiceover just to show you the flame and like just a bit about how it works. But once we get full, it's about an hour is how long it's going to take to dry, and then another 20 minutes or that without any heat to try and cool down the grain, just blowing air through it with no heat, just to cool it down before we let it out. And while all that's going on, I'm going to be trying to straighten out this, load up the trailer again. So yeah, I'm going to get myself a face mask and some ear protection, and yeah, we'll see that out. So excited now to see the new toy light hub.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's something we never were able to do before.
No. So enough to fill.
Take about 35 minutes.
To fill it. Yeah. How long then drying?
Depends on the moisture.
So
probably an hour and a half.
It's 19%.
So we have to bring it down 5%.
Right.
14.
Right. You're not got to 15, will it not be alright?
No, we knock it off at 15, it should dry another percent cooling.
Right.
Is what I'm talking. Well, almost of another percent cooling.
Yeah. So how long do you think it's going to take to do the batch of 9 ton?
I don't know, an hour I'd say.
How will you know?
An hour and a half. Moisture meter.
Oh, you have to keep testing it?
Yeah.
How do you take the sample out then?
You push in that at the bottom.
Oh, you push that in?
Yeah.
And you get to take your sample.
Well, the first bit you don't.
Yeah.
It's the next bit you sample.
Yeah. And now we are loaded. It's time to light her up. So we have our next trailer full ready. We have our shed tidied, ready to go, and our grain is dried and cooled. So Father Foods is doing another test on it there. But before it was cool, it was 14.7. He says last time we checked it was 13.5, so it's way dry now. It's couldn't get any better. You can see it has reduced. I'm not going into the shed so you won't be able to hear me. So you might just be able to make out, you know, it was within 2 bowls to the top, and now it's after dropping a bowl at least. So it has reduced, the water has got, moisture has gone over. So we're ready to unload now. See what he says. 13.4. Right. So I have to be ready now to start shoving the grain back. We have a bit of a spill this side, but we'll get that gathered up. Again to the telly for her. And just be ready to shove this back to the back of the shed so as not to let it mix. So we now have wet grain, dry grain. Let's get this ready to rock. So the unloading auger on this It's hydraulically driven. From the top, you'll just see the pipes there. And all you do is you engage the hydraulic drive and it starts spewing it out. And it empties a hell of a lot quicker than it fills. So it won't be too long and this will be all out. Wrong or right. So, had my time lapse a little bit too fast there. But anyways, so this is what one load looks like. You can tell it's dried just by how it's flowing. I just kept pushing it into the corner and you'll see how much it's flowed out. You'll notice the difference now with undried stuff. It is nice and cool. It feels dry. You know, you can feel the dryness of it. The barley has shrunk, I would say, just by looking at it. Get a couple in the hand. Get an idea how big the barley is. We go over to our wet pile and you can see the way it hasn't flowed. Like, you wouldn't stack that. See just how it's flowed out compared to this is standing nice and tall. And if I pick up some barley, you can feel the dampness in it. This stuff here would be 19%. You shake out a bit of barley. They probably want dry and wet beside each other, but you can get an idea. So the moisture is in the barley there. So then we're going to go for a bite to eat, and then we're going to get the next load put through. But that is the first load through the grain dryer. Not a noise or thing over. How long did it take?
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours from when we were letting in to when we let it out.
I turned on the tractor till we turned off. The light turned on the load, all the...
Aye, the loading, yeah.
The loading over. 3.5 hours.
Whew, it's going to take a bit of time to get all this done.
It just matters great job.
Yeah.
Barley's in serious order now when that's done.
Anyways, we're going to get some tea and we get the next load done. It is the next day and I'm currently inside the grain dryer. I have to clean out a box up there which is for separating out chaff out of it. Dust. So that is the fan and the plume. That's where the fire, where the gas goes in and the fire and all that lovely stuff is.
180 degrees Fahrenheit in there.
Blows out into this. That's chain gearbox. Drives this, which you can't see. Turns everything. Brings the grain up the top and out. And in this area here doesn't have any grain in it, as this is just
Plenum.
the plume.
The plenum.
Plenum. And that's where the grain goes in at the bottom. But yeah, I gotta keep climbing in and get up there. As you can tell, space is a premium. So, just have the inside of that cleaned. So what I was cleaning was a box at the end of this chute, which acts like a sieve and separates stuff out through a sieve, through a centre auger. So now that that's clean, we should be able to get a cleaner sample. But yeah, ready to go again.
Wake up in the morning with whiskey on my mind and Dixie in my soul. Wake up.
And that is the next load in for drying. So, ready to fill up the next load into the trailer. So it should be a little bit easier to load it this time. It's having to be trying to back in that. We'll be able to just back in, scoop and in. So now, the most exciting part of this video, which I didn't realize was going to be the start of the video, we'll be doing it, but we're heading off to pick up a demo tractor. I am so looking forward to this. So looking forward to this. Leave a guess in the comments down below what do you think we're going to pick up. Oh yeah, I am so looking forward to getting this tractor. Anyways, we'll go pick it up. And the demo has arrived. We have a 5S135 from Johnston's Farm Equipment in Longford. It has a quickie loader on it. We're after buying the bucket because we need to go moving grain from Dowd Farm. We don't have a bucket, so I bought a quickie. It's a 7 or 8 foot bucket. But Johnston's got in touch and says we want to give one a try to have one doing the round on demos. And I said, hell yeah. This is one of the tractors I have been waiting to get a run on. A 5S or a 6S. This is a 3-cylinder, 135 horsepower tractor. Lee brought it back. He says very, very quick to get going, very comfortable. So we're looking forward to using it. We'll have it for a week. We have a lot lined out to do. They also give us a Hustler soft hands for moving bales, as we hope to move a lot of bales with it. So yeah, really looking forward to it. So the first job we're going at now is we're going to bring back grain from the out farm. So we put on our Massey trailer. So it's an all Massey affair here. And we're going to put the other trailer on the tractor and go 2 tractors up to bring back. But yeah, we're going to try out this 5S, see how it works, see how she feels, give it a good old testing out. But yeah, lovely, lovely tractor. And we're back. So we have our next batch dried, cooled, ready for unloading. So Father Phil's just going around to unload it there now. We have our next trailer load filled, ready to empty in to get the next batch drying. And this is what we've left to dry of what we've cut at home. So a rough estimate, there's 3, maybe even 4 of the fills of that to go, and each one of them is 3 hours between loading, to drying it, to cooling it, to unloading it. You're looking at about 3 hours. There we go. So it barely packs it out now, but you can feel and see how dry it is, as we said earlier. Doesn't take too long to unload, but takes half an hour to fill. So that is the crack here. So I'm going to head off with the 5S there to fill a trailer load from the other farm, and Lee's going to come up then with another trailer to take a load from there so we can start getting stuff back. And it's going to take a while to get done, but things been working out pretty good. Things been working pretty good. So bro's going to do the telework here now, shove that back, and once that trailer is unloaded, fill the next trailer out of there. So then we space there to tip one of the loads we bring back and have another load then to go in. So that's where we're at. It's a slow job. It's going to take a couple of days to get done, but great to be able to do it. That stuff's sitting at 19-18%, coming out there at 14%. That's what this load is, 14. So yeah, happy days. Anyways, we'll be on in the 5S and see how that goes. And we're in the 5S, a 3-cylinder 135 horsepower tractor. Mad to think what they can get out of 3 cylinders. Let's see how this goes. We'll have it for a week, so I'm very interested. Big thanks to Johnston's Farm Equipment in town for, they gave me a call there, said would we have any interest in this tractor doing the rounds on the demo, and would we have any interest? I said yep, 110%. Very much looking forward to seeing what it's like. A little bit more on the tractor. It's I think no, it's closed center hydraulics, so it's 110 litres a minute. Seems a bit soft for me. Has a loader, and that's about the height of its extras. Doesn't have too many extras. 40k tractor, so I am very much looking forward to using this. Very much looking forward to using it. This has been on my list of things that I want to demo. This and a 6S. Really want to get use of now, because I'd be very interested in something like this in the future to replace the 3075 on the rake and Tedden, because you'd have 540 eco. You'd have been more economical for doing them lighter work jobs, spreading fertilizer, all of them things where you just don't need the big power or the heavier tractor, and you just might get away a bit more economical, just aesthetic. I have pretty high hopes for, or high expectations now of the tractor. I do, from speaking to people, and even my grandfather had the use of one, well, 57. From speaking to people who've had the use of 57s and 56s, some of the things that I've heard was they can be a little bit bouncy, not very comfortable on the road. They can be a bit bouncy in that, right? They can be a bit bouncy, and very light on the front, especially if you put much behind them or a lot of weight behind them. So they're kind of the things I want to see what the 5S is like. And I've never driven a 56 or a 57 or any of Massey's 3-cylinder tractors, so that I know of anyways. Yeah, we're going to be on to the out farm where winter barley is up there, and we're going to get this trailer loaded, Lee's coming up on our trailer, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I'm looking forward to using this for the week. We have a lot of stuff lined up for mowing, moving bales, moving this grain, and we can think of that we think it'd be able to do, we're going to try and do it with it. It's a lovely, lovely tractor to sit in and look at, but it's time to see what it is actually like. And we are on the farm, we have our trailer off, and there is our barley we have to load. So I'm just going to have a look at it. You can hear that 3-cylinder noise. Tractor sounds quite quiet, and you cannot hear a thing in the cab. So be interested to see how much this bucket's going to hold grain wise. Yes, this is our barley. Expecting it. It's actually not bad. Thought it was going to be hot now, but there's no heat in the face of it anyways. So we get all this loaded up, and we'll be back up then hopefully with the 5S and the low loader. We're going to load up the last of the straw out of this shed back to the yard. So we're going to see how she handles the big 30-foot low loader with probably half a load. Don't use a full load of straw, but half a load of straw. So yeah, we're going to give her as good a test as we can. But yeah, I'm going to get a couple of buckets in just to get the feel for it. We'll put out the camera and see what we think while we're at. So yeah, let's get in. We have trailer full, and I'm just tossing grain here. There's a bit of heat in the back, so I'll be tossing. Just waiting for Lee to come with the other trailer. I filled that in no time. The bucket actually holds quite a nice amount of stuff now. It doesn't look like it would hold a lot, but it actually holds quite a bit now. Quite you know, pleasantly pleased at that purchase now. It just holds quite a nice bit now. It's not a big grain bucket or anything, but for what it is, I'm quite pleased with myself. It's holding just about enough. It's holding. Look, I'm quite pleased. It's holding a fair bit. We have that full now. Let's wait for Lee to come drop their trailer upon that one. But she's quick. She is quick to get in, out. Oh, do. Repetitive. She is quite quick for a tractor. She's quick. You're not. 64A and likes of that. When you were trying to move your hydraulics or your loader, you'd always be, you know, giving her a dig at the throttle to try and speed her up to get the bucket back down quick enough and up quick enough. That ain't a problem here. That ain't a problem. I'm working off the forward and back on the joystick, and I'm not using, you have a new, that there, which is your brake and your clutch. I find that a little bit too jumpy just for going in, stopping. I like to be able to just clutch her. It's just a little bit easier for this job, because you don't want to spill it. But saying that as well, between the front suspension and the boom loader suspension, I'm not losing any grain. I'm backing across a ledge, you know, ground is a bit on level, I'm not losing anything. She's just, the loader's just, you know, stays very steady where everything is just moving, giving. Anyways, I'm going to be rooting away in the shed here till Lee gets here, and then we'll film loading the next one. But we get more done before I really start talking about. But first impressions, quite good now, quite good. And now we wait. So 15 minutes. I'm just after moving what was there to there, just tossing it all, let air in, cool it down a bit for loading, and yeah. Inside of the cab, I really like this. It's all nice black, pretty damn good. So it is, looks pretty damn good. But yeah, now just wait for Lee, see how we get on.
Wake up. Wake up in the morning with whiskey on my mind and Dixie in my soul. Wake up. Wake up.
And now we are leaving with her load of grain. Somewhere around the 8-ton mark, I think we'd have in the trailer. So, you know, it's a big load behind the tractor. So we'll see how she handles it, how she pulls and all that. Be interesting to see, because it's a fair way of stuff behind it now for the size, the overall size of the tractor. So we'll see how it gets on, but. How's that going? Oh no, there's the third load. That's 16 there. That's the second load, third load.
That's 25 tons done.
Huh?
That's 24 or 25 tons done now.
Yeah. That's 2 So we're just getting ready now to go for our next mission with the 5S. We're going upon the John Deere trail mower and go mowing. Unfortunately, even if we did have front links, I think those mowers would be a bit much for the tractor, but we're going to see how it handles the 10-foot trail mower. We've a nice, quite a lot of mowing to do, but we'll just go check and see how they're getting on in the shed before I finish up with the mower and get it all set up and geared up and all the rest. That's the Massey trailer unloaded. I think Father Phil said he's ready to unload his third grain dryer full. So this is to go in, this has to be pushed up around the tower there to take the heat out of it, because when the barley is hot it gets a bit sticky, and that stickiness could stick the augers, which we do not want to do on the grain dryer. So we'll shove it all up around that, and the tower, you can see there, will cool it off. It sucks air, it pulls air out through the cylinder, which sucks air in through, and it cools it. That's how it works. So yeah, check to see all's going well. So the next trailer full of barley ready to be unloaded. Cylinders 15.7. So Father Phil's is going to shut the gas off now. Turn off the gas and then start the cooling process. So let's just keep the fan going and keep turning it for about an hour to get the grain temperature down, as it needs to be brought back down, or it can hold that heat in a pile. So as you can see here, apart from that barley just coming out there now, this is all chaff and stuff that I cleared up this morning, and it's taking all the finer stuff, taking seeds out, taking anything that bit out through the screen out of it. So it's a bit windy, so I think I'll just come over to our pile of hay. Lovely smell in the hay shed. Well, that's not the hay shed, it's where the hay is. But yeah, so that is grain dryer running and all is running well. So we're just kind of doing some rough maths there. If we are averaging 3 hours to the bin, it's a 9-ton hopper, so we're doing 9 ton. If we have 90 ton, it's going to take 30 hours to dry everything we have. Now that's an estimate, and that's a good 3 days drying. You could do it in 2, but it'd be staying up very late and getting up early and whatnot, but it's a good 3 days drying to get them all done. We still have more grain to bring back from above. Maybe 4 trailer load, bring them back the winter barley and the last of the spring barley from last year. So we'll get that done in the next day or so. I might bring our 2 load back tomorrow morning, seeing how he gets on cooling that stuff and drying the other stuff behind that. So we just have to take it as it comes. But yeah, grain dryer is running, happy days, seems to be going fine, just has to be minded. And now we have a demo 5S to play with for the week, and I'm going to knock some crack out of that, so I hope you're prepared for some good 5S demo videos, because I have a couple of jobs lined up I want to do, and the next one is mowing. So we're going to leave it at that for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments, anything like that, leave them in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That's it for me. Good luck.